Yeah. Is my voice audible, students? Please confirm once. Confirm once. Is my voice audible? Yeah. Okay, Jagadish. Thank you. I'll off the audio auto admit after 2 minutes. So only still 35 students were joined so far. So I don't want to miss the other student. I don't want them to miss the class. Okay. So meanwhile, shall we refer what we have discussed in the last class? What we have discussed in the last class? What are the topics we have discussed in the last class? That is on Thursday. Anybody? Yeah, Mr. 65. Mr. 65. Mr. or Miss, I don't know. 565. Can you please tell me what we have discussed? Yeah, okay. Jahnavi, make sure that you should join with your roll number ID. Jahnavi, I think it's your personal mail ID. Java features. We have discussed. Yes, we have discussed about OOPS, overview of OOPS, and also Java features. And also Java features also can be called as Java features also can be called as Java features also can be called as buzzwords, right? Java buzzwords. And also we have seen Hello World program. Okay, so can 565 can unmute once. 565. Who is 565? Is 565 here? 565, are you able to mute? I think he just joined, but he is not in front of the system. Okay, 56M, 6M, 56M. Unmute yourself, please. Six M. I am asking 6M. Is my voice audible, right? Is my voice audible, right? Then 57. 57. Can you please unmute yourself? I just note. I have note down the numbers that 6M and 6M and 65 were not here. They will not be given attendance. What about 57? 57 also. 68. 68. 68, are you here? Yeah, fine. 68, can you please unmute yourself once?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, what are the Java buzzwords we have discussed in the previous class, ma'am? Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just wait, please. I'll just on the recorder. Yeah, please 68. You can go ahead now. Okay. What are all the Java buzzwords we have discussed earlier in the previous class?
Java is simple.
Okay.
Object oriented.
Okay, fine.
Platform independent.
Yes.
Robust.
Robust, yes.
Multi-thread.
Multi-threaded language.
Dynamic.
Yes, Java is dynamic.
Architecture neutral.
Yes, of course. Very good. Architecture neutral. And the most important one is Java is
but high performance.
Very good. Java is secured. Yes or no? Java is secure language. Yes, exactly. Very good. Very good. You have remembered many, almost all the features. Very good, Miss 68. So, can you mute yourself now?
Yes, ma'am.
I hope everybody remember that what are all the features and what exactly are they we have discussed. I hope everybody remember that. Yes. So shall we straight away go to our topic? That is today I want to discuss about the data types. What are all the data types we have in Java? Okay. So shall we? Shall we? Uh, Okay. So what are the data types previously you learned in C or C++? Hmm. I'll just off the auto admit. Yeah. Now please tell me, guys. Float double, integer, float double, character, string, and boolean. Okay. Okay. Right. Mainly in Java, remember, listen carefully. Mainly in Java, there are primitive types. No, here they said that it is primitive types. I just want to follow data types from OCA textbook because OCA Oracle Certified Association is a very good book actually. The concepts are clear, very much clear in this book. So primitive types and data types they are same. Primitives means your data types. Okay, in Java, we have 8 data types. What are all the 8 data types? They are referred to as Java primitive types. And what are all the data types means? Please look at the table that these are the 8 data types you have in Java. Okay. So initially, what is that? Boolean. Boolean is the data type. Byte, short, int, long, float, double, char. Okay, you just remember the data types primitive or primitive types in the same order. Boolean, byte. Please read along with me. Whenever I'm reading, you just read along with me so that the concepts will be fixed in your mind. Okay. So boolean, byte, short, int, long, float, double, char. Okay, so these are the 8 data types we have, and or respective to these data types, what is the data? What is the size of the boolean? What is the size of the boolean? 1 byte. It is taking 1 byte of the memory. Yes or no? What is boolean? True or false? Yes or no? It only takes two values, that is true or false. That's it. And what is byte? Byte is also taking only 1 byte. 1 byte means how many bits? Shall I ask you guys? Byte means how many bits? Bytes means how many? 8 bits. Exactly. And short, short will take how many bits? How many bytes? I'll ask you initially bytes. Okay. Short. Byte only takes 1 byte. Short will take 2 bytes. Okay. Next. Next. Byte, short, int. Integer will take how many bytes? Integer will take how many bytes? How many bytes an integer will take?
Ma'am, you're supposed to scroll your chart, ma'am. We've been typing.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Oh, sorry. Right. Fine. Okay. So, 4. Generally, previously depends upon your operating system. It may be 2 bytes or 4 bytes. But now in Java, it is fixed that it is taking 4 bytes. Very good. Very good. Now, byte, short, int, and long. Long will take how many bytes of memory? Sometimes according to the compiler, but here in Java, it is fixed that it is taking 4 bytes only, Anil. Okay, so long will take how many bytes of memory? Long. Long will take. Okay. Long will take 8 bytes. Okay, long will take 8 bytes, and then I'll go again to the table. So long will take 8 bytes, and again will take 4 bytes, and double will take how many bytes of memory? Double. float is 4. Double will 8 bytes. Okay. Double is 8 bytes. Then character will take how many bytes? Character. Bar. No. In Java, it is 2. Generally, previously in C and C++, character always take only 1 byte, but here it is taking 2. Yes, Anil Kumar. It is taking 2 bytes. Okay. Why it is taking 2 bytes, I'll tell you clearly. Okay. Meanwhile, I'll just move this again. You just have a look. You just have a look that Boolean data type will take 1 byte. Byte will take 1 byte. That is 8 bits. Short will take 2 bytes. That is 16 bit. Integer will take 4 bytes. That is 32 bit. Long data type will take 8 bytes. That is 64 bit. And float will take 4 bytes. That is 32 bits. Double will take 8 bytes, that is 64 bit, and character will take 2 bytes, that is 16 bit. That is Unicode value is maintaining in character. Unicode value means previously it only stores ASCII values, but later as the Java is a universally it is using even it can store it can store other languages like Arabic and all, something related to it is maintaining some universal code. Because of that reason character is maintaining 2 bytes. Okay, not even one single byte will not be sufficient to store all these things. So character is taking 2 bytes in Java. So I hope, did you remember? This is the order you need to be remembered whenever we are talking about data types. Okay, that's all. And look at this, guys, and have a look at this. Have a look at this. Float and double are of floating point values. They are related to floating point data types. Byte, short, int, long are integer type of data types. Okay, byte, short, int, long are integer type of data types, and float and double are floating point data types. Okay, so listen, that is by here they have mentioned clearly a float requires one thing. We will first look at the third point. Byte, short, int, long are used for numbers without decimal points. That is integer data types. Okay, now a float always requires a letter F following the number. So Java knows that it is a float. Listen, suppose if I give like this, what does it mean? What does it mean? 123.456. What does it mean? What does it mean? 123.456. If I initialize one variable with value 123.456, what does it mean? Is it a float or is it a double? Double type. Yes, exactly, 6M. That is, it is a double because if I am not mentioning the literal F along with that number, along with that decimal point, it will treat that as the number will be automatically by default it belongs to double data type, but it is not float. Okay, but whenever we want to give float values, we need to mention specifically F along with that number. Like this you need to define. Like this you need to define. Okay, then only Java knows that it is a float number. Okay. Next, hope how many bits it can able to store? What is the range of the values a byte can hold as it is saving? A byte can store how many bits? 8 bits. Yes or no? So what is the range? How can we say the range? How can we tell the range of the values it can store? Jahnavi? How can we tell? 2 power 8. Exactly, Padma Suryatesh. That is, suppose 8 ones. Suppose there are 8 ones in 8 bits. 8 ones, maybe there, I'll write here, no? Shall I write? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 2 power 0 plus 2 power 1 plus 2 power 2 plus 2 power 3 plus 2 power 4 plus 2 power 5 plus 2 power 6 plus 2 power 7. Okay, so by adding all these things, you will be getting how many? You will be getting 256. Okay, did you understand this? Did you understand this? Yes. So the after 2's complement, the value, the range of the values a byte can store is from minus 128 to 127. Yes or no? So in the similar way, even the integer also, I'll show you. I'll show you how many bits, the range of bits even integer will store. Okay. See, this is the value. This is the value an integer value can store. An integer can hold this much of value. That is how many? 2 power. 2 power how much? 2 power how much? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Mr. Anil. That is 2 power 32. 2 power 32 will give you this much of value. See, look at this. Have a look at this. 2 power 32 will give this much of value. And after dividing this by 2, you will get this. You will get this much of value. And then after subtracting 1, you will get the range, the range of the values it can store. Okay. I hope everybody understand how to calculate all these things. I hope everybody can understand this. Yes or no? Previously in the byte case also, after 2 power 8, it is 256. 256 by 2. Yes or no? 256 by 2 minus 1. That is the range of the values it can store. Yes or no? That's what. Next. Guys, whenever we use any number like this to define any variable, it is called as literal. It is called as literal. Okay. Suppose if I give long max equal to this value, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? Suppose if I declare any value as max as a long data type, if I give any value, if I give any define that max with any value like that, what is going to happen? Is that statement is going to compile or not? Is that statement is going to compile or not? If I give like this, long L equal to like this, if I give, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? Is that going to be compiled or not? That's what my doubt. Jahnavi already said that it is no, because if I don't specify L, capital L along with that number, capital L or small l you can give along with that number, what is going to happen is the Java will treat that number as an integer. That Java will treat that number as an integer, but as it is an integer, but the range is exceeded. Yes or no? The range of the integer is exceeded, so that what is going to happen? This will be the Java will raise. It will not going to compile. So to avoid that, what you need to do? You need to give capital L or small l along with that number. Okay, then only Java will treat that it is a long data type. So for long, the range of the size, the range of the number is maybe it is suitable. It maybe the range may be fit into the long data type. Okay. Yes or no? Yes or no? Did you please read these two lines, guys? Please read these two highlighted lines along with me. Okay, did everybody understand that? The two lines? Yes or no? So what is the solution for this? This is how you need to mention. Better you mention capital L. Otherwise, the small l will be sometimes maybe misunderstood that it is a small l, one. Okay. Are you with me, guys? Everybody? Are you with me? Is my voice audible? Yes, no? Right. Okay, fine. Yeah. Hope this can be understand by everybody. Did you understand this? What we have discussed so far? Okay, we will summarize the things at the last. Okay, right. Ah, now I just want to ask you guys. Actually, you might have very much familiar with how to represent octal digits, how to represent hexadecimal digits, how to represent binary digits. I hope you already well aware of that in C. Yeah, am I right or not? Yes or no? Right. Now, how can I represent an octal value? I'll come to the chat box again. How can I represent any octal value? What I need to be specified along with that number? Can you please tell me in the chat box? If I want to mention, if I want to specify that, suppose 15 as an octal value, in what way you can specify that it is an octal value? Guys, if you can't respond, I'll randomly call each and everyone. Okay, I randomly call everybody and I'll ask you. You have to be very cautious. Radix, what is radix? Mr. 6G, I'm just asking that how will you represent an octal digit? Yes, it is 0, 15. Yes or no? Yeah, exactly. Very good. 0 as a prefix. But in terms of hexadecimal, how will you represent a hexadecimal? Yeah, first digit be 0, 61. Fine. Yes, exactly. OX, that is 0x. 0x as the prefix of your number in terms of hexadecimal. Yes or no? Very good. 61 and 61. And how can I represent binary number? Suppose if I want to represent this, how can I? Can you please convert that 0, 1 into binary format? How can I represent that into binary format? No, Mr. Anil. Shall I? No, Mr. Dharan. 0B, 01. Okay. 0B as the prefix should be there as a prefix to your binary digit. Okay. So that's what you need to, because these are the very basics. You need to remember that these should be, you need to remember the representations of the different number format. Okay, number system. And shall I ask you one more question? Shall I? What is the decimal representation of 56? What is the decimal representation of 56? Decimal number equivalent to 56 is 56 only. Yes or no? Yes or no, ma? 10 power, where is the power symbol? 10 power 1 plus 10 power 1 into 5 plus 10 power 0, yes, 0 into 6. Now can you please tell me what is the did you understand what I have written in the chat box? Did you understand that? Actually the number is 56, right? Actually the number is 56. 10 power 0 into 6 plus 10 power 1 into 5. Then what is the number you will be getting? What's the number you will be getting? That is same 56 only, right? 10 power 1 means 10. 10 into 5 50 plus 10 power 0 is 1. 1 into 6 6. 50 plus 6 56. That's what. I hope everybody clear with this. Decimal representation of 56 is 56 only. Now I'll tell you one again. Please be ready. Be ready. Decimal representation of this binary digit. Decimal representation of this binary digit. This is the binary digit. It's not 11. It's 1 1. What you'll be getting? 3. Yes or no? No, Mr. Padmasurya. Padmasurya is a binary digit. It's a binary digit. Then how it would be? 2 power 1 into 1 plus 2 power 0 into 1. Yes or no? Shall I write here? Shall I write here? Yeah, you understood, no? Shall I write otherwise? 2 power 1 into how much? 1. Yeah, okay. For others' sake, I'm writing, not for you. Okay, for some maybe did not understand. 2 power 0. Guys, I forgot that. You should turn on your videos, right? Otherwise, your attendance will not be given. Only once you turn on your videos, then only attendance will be given. Turn on your videos first because it's the time to take the screenshot. Everybody. Yeah, Padmasurya already turned on his video. What about the remaining? Jagadish, Shravani, 7 and 68, 520, 6A. Jahnavi, where are you? Jahnavi? Yeah. Okay. Right. Jahnavi, still she did not turn on her video. Fast, everybody, I want to see all the faces. I'll scroll down the remaining. I want to see all the faces. Right, Jahnavi. Good. So I hope you understand how to convert the binary digits to decimal. Yes or no? Now, shall I give you one more? 16 in octal format. Zero 16. I'm sorry, it is an octal number. I just want to 016. 016, that is octal number. You just convert into decimal. Decimal. 14. Very good, Rohit. Very good. How will you get? How did you get that? 8 power 1 into 1 plus 8 power 0 into 6. Yes or no? That's what, right? Equal to 14. Right? I hope everybody understands this. Now I'll give you one more test. Please be very cautious and you should be very speed. 0, 0, x. Now it is, now what is the value? What is the value? $255? Sure? Everybody? How did, can you write the equation? Okay. Okay. I'll give you one more. I'll give you one more. Very good. Very good. How did you get 15? 255? How did you get? 16 power 1, 16 power 1 into 15 plus 16 power 0 plus into 15. Yes, exactly, exactly. Very good. Now 0x 1 capital F. Now, what is the value? What is the value? Fast. What is the decimal value you'll be getting based on that hexadecimal? Very good, very good. Super. So that's how you need to. I just want to recollect the concepts which might you have forgot, but I hope many of you were still on the pace. Okay, good. Now shall we move ahead? So these are the conversions we have, and this is not required actually. This is not required. So we will discuss data types till we will discuss data types. We will have a quiz. We will have a quiz in the next class too. Okay. And today I just want to actually discuss the programs. Okay. Okay. What programs means? I just want to introduce how to read the data, from the user, how to use the class and object and all. I just want to discuss some points. Okay. Is this screen visible, guys? Is this screen visible? Hmm. Is this visible? Please let me. Please let everybody confirm here. Yes. No. Right. Very good. So. Now there are two things. One is subscriber and one more is test subscriber. Subscriber is the class, and to test that subscriber, listen very carefully, guys. You should listen very careful because this is the very basic introduction of the Java program. So you have to understand what exactly it is. Okay. So if you don't understand, if you cannot understand right now, you cannot understand even in the entire semester. Okay, that's it. So this is the, on my left hand side it is subscriber class. On my right hand side there is a test subscriber. What is this test subscriber? To test your subscriber class, I have written this test subscriber. Okay, whatever the highlighted thing. Okay, in the test subscriber, what I am having, I'll be having a main method which is going to run my subscriber, which is going to run my subscriber. Is that okay, everybody? Is that okay? Yes. Now, forget about the test subscriber for a while. Forget about that. Let us first discuss about the subscriber class. In subscriber class, a class always is going to have two things. A class always is going to have two things. What are they? A class always will have two things. What are they? 568, please turn on your camera. Data members and also member functions. Data members and member functions. Exactly 16. Data members and member functions. Did you observe that? Did you observe? Did you observe? What is there in subscriber? Till here, what are they? What are they? They are data members. From here to here, what are they? What are they? They are member functions. Yes or no? So a class is always a package of, it's a single unit combining data members and also member functions. Is that okay with everybody? Is that okay? Right. Now we will discuss very clearly that, and also did you remember what are all the data members we have? Subscriber means who is subscriber? Suppose any telecom subscriber, any Airtel subscriber, Jio subscriber, any subscriber you can take. What data he is to have generally? He is have some age. He is to have some age. He is having some name, and he is to have some MDN. What is MDN? What is MDN? Shall I ask you? What is MDN? Do you have any idea? MDN means? No. At least nod your head. I'll understand that you don't know. No. MDN means mobile device number. Okay, that is phone number. Simply your phone number. Okay, mobile device number. Right? So every subscriber will have some age, every subscriber will have their name and also some phone number. Yes or no? Right? Did you agree with me? Now, after this, what you have, please let me know what you have. What you have after this? You have member functions. In member functions, especially what is this? Can anybody can tell? Yes, exactly. It is a constructor. It is a constructor. Yes or no? As it is a constructor. How do you know that it is a constructor? How do you know? How do you know? Yeah, the name of the constructor is must be having the same name as your class name. Yes or no? The name of the constructor is subscriber. The name of the constructor is subscriber, and the class name also subscriber. And yes or no? That is, and is it having any return type? Is it having any return type like this? Did it have? No. So that we can confirm that it is a constructor. What is the rule of the constructor? The constructor should have, at least your lip movement along with me guys, the same name should as the class name, and it must not have any return type. Yes or no? That's what. What is the role of the constructor? What is the role of the constructor? What purpose we are using constructor? Everybody has to answer, guys. Everybody has to answer. Once you know the answer, please type in the chat box. What is the role of the constructor? Yeah, exactly, Anil. That is when an object is created, it calls automatically. Fine. That is fine. Now, number two, initialize. What is the role of the constructor? What is the duty? It has to initialize the data members which are mentioned in your class. Is that okay? Did you agree with me? Yes or no? Right? Now, look at this once again. Now, I hope this is clear with everybody. This is clear with everybody. Yes or no? Right. Thank you. Next, these, what are these two? Make call and receive call or what? Make call and receive call or what? What are they? They are functions. They are member functions. They are the responsibility. They are the roles. Yes or no? So they are the member functions of the subscriber class. What member functions? Make call and receive call. How they are calling, how they are doing, I'll tell you. Okay. Now, did everybody understand the subscriber class? If not, please let me know in the chat box, or you can even unmute yourself and you can ask everybody. I'll give you 1 minute of time. You please observe the class, and anybody can raise your doubt if you don't understand. Yeah, is that okay? Fine. What, Jahnavi? Understood? Yeah, I'll tell you, Jahnavi. I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you clearly. But initially, what you need to understand is the data members of the class, the constructor of the class, and the member functions of the class. That you need to understand till here. I'll tell you what is there, why did I write like that. I'll tell you. Now it is the time to understand the test subscriber. Okay, what is this test subscriber? I already told you that test subscriber is, I'll make this some more small because I just want to see your chat box. Is that okay, guys? Yeah, I hope it is fine now. I hope it is fine. Is that okay? Is it okay? So what is this test subscriber, guys? What is this test subscriber? Test subscriber is to test your subscriber, and especially what I have a main method here. Did everybody understand this syntax of the main method? What it is taking as an arguments? String arguments. Okay. For the, I just want to recollect the things. That's it. But there is I'm not. But it is not. I don't want to concentrate right now on that. Okay. Now, how to call the methods and data members of your subscriber? There are some methods in the subscriber, right? How can I call them? What I require? Object. Exactly. Object I require, no? I must have an object. Then how can I create an object? How can I create an object? Look at this. Look at this. The very first statement of your main method. Till here you just understand. I'll tell the highlighted part. Subscriber S1 equal to new subscriber of. Okay, yeah. Using class name, I can able to create the object. Subscriber S1 equal to new subscriber of. Now what is S1? What is S1? Object. Yes or no? S1 is an object which consists of these data members, and also these member functions. Did everybody agree with me? Yes or no? Please listen very carefully. This is a very crucial time. You need to understand the basics. Okay. Now, subscriber S1 equal to new subscriber of, which is taking these parameters. Why it is taking? Why I am giving parameters along with that, with this? Because it is a parameters constructor. Exactly. Very good, Anil. That it is a parameters constructor, so that I am, while the creation of the object itself, I am passing parameters. What are the parameters I need to pass? What are the parameters? What is the data members actually I need to initialize? Age, name, and phone number. In the same way, I need, in the same order, I need to pass int, int age, string Nikita, that is name of the subscriber, and also the phone number. Yes or no? Did you agree with me? Long. Why did I give long? L along with the phone number. Why did I give? Why did I give? Because it is a long integer. Because the range of the data is exceeded. Yes or no? Did you observe that? So that I have given, I don't want to trouble my compiler, so that I have given L along with my phone number. Okay, did you agree with me so far? Yes or no? Can you give? I cannot see your faces right now, but just give the confirmation in the chat box. Is that okay? Yes. Yeah, guys. Hope you understand the very first line. Yes, the parameters constructor, in the same line. What is happening? What is happening? In the same line, what is happening? Two things will be happen in the same line. In this line, two things will be happen. What are the two things will be happen? In the line, the statement subscriber, subscriber. In this line, two things will be happen. One is calling the constructor. Yes, exactly. Object creation, and also calling the constructor. That is initializing the object. Object creation is happening, and also object creation is happening. Yes or no? And also, what is this? The initialization also happens in the constructor. In the same line, this line will call the constructor automatically. Did you remember that? This first line will call the constructor automatically. Okay. After invoking that constructor, the data whichever I am passing here will be initialized to the age, name, and MDN. Is that okay with everybody? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes? Is that okay? Guys, at least nod your head. Yeah? Fine. 68, turn on your camera, please. Now, this is just a println statement. I just want to initialize two subscribers here, S1 and S2. Okay, S1 and S2. This is S1 and this is S2. Okay, first subscriber is Nikita, second subscriber is Himabindu. Is that okay? Right? Now, just for the confirmation that I am printing, this is the subscriber one data. How I am printing the age, name, and MDN? How I am printing? To access the data members also, what I require? To access the data members also, what I require? To access the data members, that is age, name, and phone number also, Rohit, what I require? Object. Yes or no? I require an object. So till here, system.out.println, system.out.println of a is equal to within the within the quotations. Within the quotations means it just print this text as it is. I hope you understand this. I hope you understand till here. Now, that is, it will print the same text as it is on the monitor. Now, I am concatenating with the plus symbol. I am concatenating with the plus symbol. And what is the age of this first subscriber? What is my object? What is my object? S1. Yes or no? What is my object? S1. S1 dot age. How can I access the age? Just like that, I cannot access now. Because of that object only I can access. Then who is the object in our case right now? Who is our object? S1. So that S1 dot age. I just want to print the name also. What is going to happen? Name equal to will be in semicolons and not semicolon. Within quotations. Plus is the concatenation. Jahnavi, plus is the concatenation. That is, I am attaching the two strings. I am attaching the two data. Okay, to one string along with the other data. Okay, did you understand, Jahnavi? I'll see your face. Did you understand now? Okay. So I am attaching the data along with that name. Okay, that is what plus. Now I just want to print the MDN also. How can I print the MDN? MDN equal to should be there in quotations. Plus will attach your result to your MDN, that is S1 dot MDN. Okay, is that okay? Understood now? Very good, Jahnavi. Now the last statement of first subscriber. Did you understand this? S1 dot receive call of Kirti. I just want to invoke the receive call method. How can I invoke the receive call method? What I required again? Data member functions కూడా access చేయాలంటే what I required? ఏం కావాలి నాకు? Object. Again, what is my object here? Yes or no? S1. S1 dot receive call of a receive call is also taking one parameter here. Look at this. Receive call also taking one parameter. What parameter I'm passing one more parameter, that is Kirti. The name is I'm passing is Kirti. That is the string. I am mentioning within the quotations means it is a string. Within double quotations means it is a string. I hope everybody understand this. Now this Kirti will be passed here in yes. Okay, please look at the highlighted things. I am highlighting means that Kirti will be passed to receive call of string S. Now S is having Kirti. Yes or no? Now, how I am printing? System dot out dot println of name plus receive call. Name plus what is the name? I'll tell you. Look at this statement. Name plus and within quotations this entire thing. Then what does it mean? Then quotations lo text anta ichchanu ante what does it mean? What does it mean? When I'm giving a text, I'll see your faces, guys. When I am giving a text within the it will be printed as it is on the monitor. Hope everybody remember this. Yes or no, Dharan? Right? Now, I'll tell you what is that name. What is plus S? What is plus S? What is plus S? S is what? S is storing what? Receive call string S. That is, I receive a call from plus S. What is the value S is holding right now? Exactly 60. That is, Nikita received a call from Kirti. Where is Nikita? Actually, this name. What is this name? Here in this context, what is our name? I'll show you the text again. What is the name? The name is Nikita, right? Yes or no? The name is Nikita in the subscriber one case. Subscriber one case. Please do remember. I'll tell you once again. Okay. Till here, did everybody understand what is happened? What was happened? What is the I highlighted 6 statements. Till here, did everyone understand this? The control flow, how the method calling, how the data is passing from a test class to the subscriber class. Is that okay? Everybody, I'm asking everybody because this is a very fundamental program. Everybody has to understand how we are passing, how we are invoking the methods, how we are accessing the data from the main method. Okay. How we are creating an object. What about others? Everybody understood now? 6J, did you understand? 6J, 56J. Padma Surya, okay. Yeah, fine. Very good. Now you please tell me, you please understand what happens in the subscriber 2 case. Now I am talking about subscriber 2. Now again I am creating one more subscriber. Who is my subscriber? Second subscriber? Who is my second subscriber in this case? S2. Yes or no? Subscriber S2 on. Himabindu is the name of this object, Jahnavi. But here, what you need to tell? S2. Okay, S2. S2 your second object. Now, how is the syntax? Subscriber S2 equal to new subscriber of the data, the parameters, whatever you need to pass from here. Okay. End till the end. Okay, these are the parameters I am going to pass from here to this constructor. Hope everybody understand this. Right? Now again I am assigning the again this subscriber is also having their own name, age, name and MDN. Did you agree with me? Yes or no? Did you agree with me? This subscriber data is different. What is the data different? What is the data I am passing for this subscriber? Age is 36 and name is Himabindu and the phone number is this. Now, I just want to introduce here. How did I print this? System.out.println I have used to print all 3 data members. Listen very carefully. నేను ఏది చెప్తున్నానో అది జాగ్రత్తగా వినండమ్మా. నేను ఇక్కడ ఏం యూస్ చేశాను? println యూస్ చేశాను ఈ 3 data members ప్రింట్ చేయడానికి. But here I am using one more new method I just want to introduce, format. System.out.format. A format will take all the data members at once by writing like this. Have a look at this. Just have a look at this and please do understand how they have mentioned. Okay. Now A is equal to % D. Okay. % D is equal to % D. Please look at this. This entire thing is wait a minute. Like your C. I hope you might have done this till here in C. Like this % D something you might have used, right? So A is equal to % D, new line, /n is new line. Okay. Name equal to % yes. Why I have mentioned % yes? Why I have mentioned % yes? Because it is a string, obviously. And again new line. Again I have mentioned new line. Now MDN equal to % again because it is a integer. Now S2 dot long integer. Okay. Yes. Now comma. After this I need to close the double quotes and also I need to keep the comma. Now again I need to specify in a single sequence, that is s2 dot age comma s2 dot name comma s2 dot mdn in the same order. In the same order. Okay? Did you understand? Hope you observe the difference between println of a single data member and also format by you how to use format. Did everybody understand how to use format? Yes or no? Yes or no? Did everybody understand? Now, what is the last statement? What is the last statement? The last statement of this is, and now I need to call the make call method of my subscriber. How I am calling? How I am calling? S2 dot make call of, now I am passing one more string, that is Nikita. That is, this Nikita will be passed to this make call method. Yes or no? This make call method. Now S is holding what? S is holding what? In this S. S is, yeah, once again, Jahnavi, what I need to format? Shall I explain format once again? Format? Shall I explain? Yeah, fine.
Ma'am,
Format. Yeah, Jahnavi. Not required?
ma'am, it was not me who asked. 56W asked.
Okay. Okay, fine. 6W. Yeah, 6W. Do you require a format thing? Shall I explain formatting once again? 6W. Yes. Okay. Right. I'll explain. Instead of println, listen carefully 6W, instead of println, we can use format so that the output can be formatted in our required format. Did you understand this? Output ni మనకు కావాల్సినట్టుగా మనమే ఇక్కడ ఫార్మాట్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం. ఎలా? ఇక్కడ నేను I just want to print 3 things: age, name, MDN. How should be my output? Initially I need to mention everything this in double quotes. Till here you need to observe. Age equal to %d /n, that is till there age equal to will be printed. %d is here in this %d and in this %d, this s2 dot age will be printed. Now again, name equal to %s means name is equal to s2 dot name will be printed. Again, /n in the new line. Again, new line will be added to your output. Now, MDN equal to %d means MDN equal to what is their third one? S2 dot MDN. Yes or no? Did you understand? Till here, I am just formatting. From here to here, I am just giving the values. I am just passing to that format. 6W, did you understand? While practicing, you will be familiar with the syntaxes. Don't worry. Okay? Right? Now, what is the last statement? S2 dot make call of Nikita. Now this Nikita will be passed to make call method. That is, now S is holding what? Now S is holding Nikita. So that system dot out dot println of name plus within double quotes made a call to plus S. What does it mean? What is my name now? What is name here? Himabindu. Yes or no? The name is Himabindu because here my name is in the context of S2 subscriber to name is Himabindu. Now Himabindu made a call to yes everybody. Who is this? Nikita. Himabindu made a call to Nikita. Hope everybody understand this part also. Shall I look at your faces, right? Did everybody understand so far? 64, did you understand? Right. 6U? Yes, no? Right. So, shall I execute this? How to execute? Shall I show you? Now, did you remember how to go to the command prompt? Did you remember? See, here I have the programs. Here my programs are stored in demo programs. I just need to click here. One click. Yes, exactly, Jahnavi. CMD. CMD means command. Enter. Enter. Now, what is my command? I want to see your faces also. I'll make this small. What is what command you need to give? Let me confirm. Let me please tell me that. Okay, Jawad. Please tell me that. Do I need to execute subscriber.java or test subscriber.java? Which one I need to execute? Pixie, what are you saying? Subscriber.java? Test, both. What I'll do? What I'll do? You please. Exactly 6U.
Test
It is
subscriber.
test subscriber. How I am going to do is, of course you can do say subscriber also. Of course you can do subscriber also, but one shot two bullet, one shot two birds like that. If I execute test subscriber, automatically the subscriber also be compiled. Did you understand? If I how I am showing, how I will show. Once look at the folder. Once look at the folder. Is there any class? Is there any dot class files here? Is there any dot class files right now? No. Now I'll minimize this. I'll minimize this. What is the command? Javac. Please tell me along with me. Tell along with me. Javac. Capital T text. Subscriber. Test subscriber dot Java. Okay. Is that okay? What happened? File not found. Why file not found? Why?
Ma'am, you type text, ma'am, instead of test.
Yeah, sorry. That's what. So, అలాంటి ఫైల్ ఏం లేదండి నా దగ్గర అని చెప్తోంది. So, what I'll do is, very good. Enter. Yeah. Please, everybody should be on your mute until unless there is a requirement to unmute yourself. Okay? So what this compiled without any flaws. This got compiled without any flaws. Now shall I go to my folder once? Shall I go to my folder? Now, how many class files you have? What are all the class files you have? 2 class files. One class file is for subscriber class and one more is for test subscriber class. Yes or no? Yes or no? So whether you compiled subscriber also it is okay. But if you compile test subscriber, indirectly what it is using? For what it is creating an object? For the class subscriber. Test subscriber creating an object of subscriber. So it is enough that to compile test subscriber is enough. Okay. Now how can I run this? Till now only compilation. So there are two stages of compilation. You remember that? Now execute them. Run this code. Till now I have compiled. Again I need to. This is an intermediary code we have. That is bytecode we got. Now how can I run this? What command I need to give? Please tell me. Java. Very good. Java test subscriber. Do I need to give .java again? Do I need to give .java again? No. Yes or no? It is not required. Only at the time of compilation it is required. What output I got? What output I got? Subscriber 1. This is the information for the subscriber 1 and this is the information for the subscriber 2. Whether I have used println also it is fine for a single data member. If I use format also, system.out.format also, the same thing was happened. Yes or no? Did you observe that? Because we have used /n in between them. Why this new line came? Why this name is printed in next line? Again MDN is in next line because of slash n, new line. Yes, that's what. Yes or no? So that is the case. Did you understand how the flow of the two programs? Did you understand? Both of everybody? Everybody? Yes? Right? Now. Okay. Uh, and I just want to discuss one more program, then we will go for the task. Okay? Only one program, right? What is that program? Is scanner class. Look at this. Java program to read n values from the user using scanner class. Okay. Previously, in the previous program, did we read any data from the user? Did we read any data? We just pass the data in the main method. Yes or no? We just pass the data, whichever is we want. We just pass from the main method to the constructor through the object creation. Yes or no? Everybody, did you remember that? Subscriber S1 equal to new subscriber of some data we have passed, but we didn't take from the user. Yes or no? But now we will learn how to take the data from the user, how to read the data from the user. To read that, to get the data, we need one class, that scanner class. What class we need? What class we need? At least your lip movement. Scanner class. Okay, scanner class we require. But scanner class is available in util package. Yesterday we have talked about one package. What is that? Which is available default to all the Java programs. Yeah, exactly. Yes, Mr. 6U. We can write code for both classes in same file also. We can do like this also, and even we can do in the subscriber and test subscriber also. In both styles we can do. 6U, did you understand? Yes or no? Right. Like this also we can do. On the very first program, Hello World, also we have done like this only, right? Class text in that public static void main in that system.out.println of hello world. In the same way, okay? Any way you can do. Lang package, exactly. Lang package is available by default to the all the programs, but here scanner class, in the case of scanner class, it will not be done like that. Okay, you have to mention explicitly. You have to import this package. What is that package? What is that package? Util package. Util means utilities package. Okay, some utility classes they have kept in the util package. So one of the class we are using from that package is today scanner class. How to import? Did you remember? Import java.util.scanner. Okay, how can I say that scanner is a class? If I mention capital S, what does it mean? Yesterday I told you. If I mention with capital letters, that is a class. Blindly it is a class. This class is available in which package? Available in which package? Util package. Again, this util package is available in Java package. That is, it is also like folder structure. It is also like folder structure. Yes or no? How these folders are structured? Directory structure. Exactly. Very good. See, in session 1, I have demo programs. In demo programs, I have these many programs. Yes or no? Like this also, like this. In Java, there is a folder, big package like Java. Within that package, util is the sub package. Yes or no? Util is the sub package. Within that package, we have one class is scanner class. Did you understand that right now? Did you understand that? Yes, everybody. Did everybody understand that? Yes? Wait a minute. Guys, did you understand? Please listen carefully this scanner class. We are going to do one task on this. Okay. How I mentioned the class? How I mentioned the class? Class scanner demo, which I have created as public. Okay, which I have created as public. I'll tell you how, in what case we need to mention public, in what case we need not mention. Okay, I'll tell you later. These are the access specifier related concepts. I'll tell you in one separate class. Okay, so initially what you need to understand is I'll remove this better. Class scanner demo. In that, what I'm having, public static void main string args. In that, please look at the very first statement. This is the very important statement in this program. What is this statement? For to call any method, to call the methods of the scanner class, what I require? Previously in the subscriber program also, to call the methods of the subscriber, make call and receive call, what we have created? What we have created? Object. Yes or no? For every invocations we need an object. Here in this class also, scanner class is having some methods. Okay, some methods. So what you need to understand, what you need to create? You need to create an object for this scanner class initially. Okay, what is an object here? Scanner class SC equal to new scanner of. What is the object here? What is the object here? It is SC. SC is the object. Now it is pointing to your scanner class. Yes or no? Now it is taking one parameter, that is system.in. What is system over there? What is system? Class, because it starts with capital S. And also we have discussed that system is a class in which is available in which package? Can I tell you guys? Shall I ask you? System is available in which package? 6H. Can you please tell me system is available in which package? Yesterday we have, yeah, Padmasurya. Yesterday we have seen the very basic program, no? That page yesterday, yes or no? Hello world program we have seen. In that system.out.println, in that system is a class which is available in lang package. So that we did not import anything in that program. Did you remember that, everybody? Rohit, question mark face you are keeping. Rohit, are you there? Rohit, did you understand? Yes or no? If not, you can ask. Okay. So what is system? System is a class. In that class, dot in means in means. Yesterday we have seen system dot out. Out is what? Out is what? Object which connects to your monitor. Which connects to output object which connects to your monitor to display the output. Yes or no? But in this case, in is what? In is also input object. In is input object which helps you to read the data from your keyboard. Okay, did you understand? Did everybody understand what I'm saying? Yes or no, guys? Yes or no? Yes? Take inputs through keyboard from the user. Exactly, Jahnavi. Yes. So in system is a class. In that class we can create one object, that is in object. In object. So in is an object, input object which connects to your keyboard. From keyboard you can take the input. That's it. Hope everybody understand this single statement. Everybody. If not, please let me know. 78. Who is 78? Please turn on your video. 78. Now, how I am taking this program is about reading n values from the user using scanner class and print their mean. I hope everybody knows mean. Yes or no? What is mean? What is mean? Suppose there are 5 values, a plus b plus c plus d plus e by 5. Yes or no? That is what mean. That you need to calculate. How I am calculating? Initially, I am asking the user to take the n values. That is, I just want to take 5 values. Is that okay? N is 5. Enter n. How I am taking n means int n equal to sc dot next int. I'll ask you one question. What is next int? What is next int? What is next int? Next int is what? Method, exactly. It is a function. It is a function because SC is an object. SC is an object. On that object, I am calling next int. If I am seeing these brackets blindly, I need to say that it is a method. Yes or no? Next int is a method which helps you to read an integer from the user. ఒక ఇంటీజర్ ని యూజర్ నుంచి రీడ్ చేసి అది ఎందులో సేవ్ చేస్తుంది? దట్ విల్ బి సేవ్డ్ ఇన్ n. Yes or no? So n I am reading from the user in this fashion. Hope you understand this. Sc dot next int. Now I just want the user to enter the all other 5 values. Suppose n is 5. 5 values. Enter the values. Just it prints this statement on the monitor. Okay, now I am taking, as I need to take 5 values from the user now, do I need to use for loop? Yes or no? I need to use for loop. Within the for loop, from I to n, I need to repeat this loop. Yes or no? In that, what I am doing, I am repeatedly taking the input from the user 5 times. Did you agree with me? Did you agree with me? The first statement. Int num equal to sc dot next int. First time, suppose it is taking 1. Okay. Next, as I need to calculate the sum of the 5 numbers, I am doing this statement. Sum of 5 numbers is initially sum is equal to 0. Sum plus n. Ante enti ikkada meaning enti? Hope you understand this. Sum equal to sum plus num. This is what I am doing. Is that okay, guys? I hope you understand the syntax, right? Sum is equal to sum plus num. That is, I am adding the integers whichever I am taking from here. 5 times I am taking the integers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose 5 numbers that I am adding here. So after 5th iteration, the sum will be stored here. Okay. After this, out of the loop, what I am doing is I am calculating the mean. Mean is equal to sum by n. Yes or no? That's what we need to do now. Very good. Sum is... Huh? Is there any doubt, Anil? Do you have any doubt, Anil? or did you understand? No, very good. So here I have calculated the mean. Now I am printing the mean. How I am printing, I hope everybody remember. Within double quotes, the text which I am going to print, I need to concatenate the result to the text. Yes or no? Right? Everybody. Right? So that is what we are doing here. One thing you need to understand is scanner is a class which is available in util package. I need to create an object for the scanner class, that is SC, or any name you can give. Yes, you can give any name, but meaningfully I am giving SC. SC is a scanner object which is taking only one parameter, that is system.in, capital S system.in. That is, I am passing the input object to that. With that object, what I am reading? An integer I am reading. We have many methods in scanner class. Next float is a method which gives you which reads the float value from the user. Next double. Okay, next double. Next line is a method which helps you to read the complete string from the user. Next is a method which reads only one word from the user, one string from the user. Okay, yes or no? Are you following? Next int, next float, next double, next line, next methods are there. We will see many methods. We will see many programs. But till now, you need to understand there is a method, next int method, which helps you to read the integer data from the user. And one more thing, in every method, the first letter of the second word is capital. First letter of the second word is capital. Suppose next float, what is capital? F is capital. Next double, there is a method next double to read the double data type. Next float, very good. D is the capital. Satvika, very good. Next line, ma'am, why didn't we use demo for object creation? I didn't understand your question 61. What's your question? Demo for object creation means? See, it's just a class name. I am not doing anything with this class right now. I can even create anything. Class A also I can give. Yes or no? I can give even class A also. But here the functionality is not related to class. The functionality I am using is scanner class functionality. Okay, here I am not using anything. Here I am not creating any data members here. Here I am not giving any member functions here in scanner demo. Yes or no? Just I have created a class. That's it. It is not the class meant for something to do some functionality. It is not having any functionality. I'm just doing a program by using a class concept. Did you understand 61? 61, did you understand? జస్ట్ ఒక క్లాస్ క్రియేట్ చేసి నేను ప్రోగ్రామ్ చేస్తున్నాను నేను, అంతేగాని దానికి ఒక డేటా మెంబర్స్ కానీ ఇందాక సబ్స్క్రైబర్లు మనం చూసినట్టు మెంబర్ ఫంక్షన్స్ కానీ దానికి ఒక స్పెసిఫిక్ గా ఏం లేదు. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? దెర్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ విచ్ సమ్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ రిలేటెడ్ టు దాట్. జస్ట్ ఐఎమ్ యూజింగ్ ఏ క్లాస్ కాన్సెప్ట్ టు డిస్క్రైబ్ ద స్కానర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. ఓకే, ఇస్ దట్ ఓకే? రైట్, షall we go with the program? We have 15 minutes of time. I'll just start only one program, class and object program. In that rectangle, you need to find, there is a program called rectangle. Shall I start the program? Everybody, are you ready? Shall I start the program? Yes, I hope everybody remember the syntaxes. అక్కడ కమెంట్స్ కూడా ఉంటాయి. యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ యూ జస్ట్ ఫాలో ద కమెంట్స్. ఓకే, కమెంట్స్ దగ్గర ఏం చేయాలి, ఏం క్రియేట్ చేయాలన్నది ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఇస్ దేర్. I just started one program, class and object, guys. So that please everyone go with that. Is that program available? Please confirm. Is that program available? Yes, right. Right. Please go ahead. Everybody has to perform the task. Every day we are taking the performance of your task. Okay.